Here at MCAT Savior, we're pretty big on breaking down the fundamentals of how AMC builds and writes questions so that average students can understand the general makeup of the questions that they're facing, which gives them a better chance at deciphering them and getting them correct. One of our big theories is the four-column theory of MCAT CARS questions. What this basically means is that on any given question, for the vast majority of them, it's not going to apply to every single question ever. AMC likes to use a repeating pattern of the way that they build their answer choices. Now, you might have noticed one very interesting trend with the AMC's CARS questions. Usually, one of the four answer choices is super easy to eliminate. Like we're talking, you look at the answer choice and boom, it's gone. This automatically leaves you with three answer choices left. And honestly, the test is kind of designed to do this. You can view our other videos about why 50-50 questions are so dangerous, but basically, once they have you down to three answer choices, they know you're going to spend a lot more time on this question than a question in which you can't eliminate one of the four answer choices. So AMC's basically built their CARS methodology to allow for easy elimination in the vast majority of questions. So how does this look like from a fundamental standpoint? Well, here's how it goes. This might seem a little complex at first, but don't worry, we're going to walk you through it. Basically, for the vast majority of questions that you're going to get on the AMC's MCAT CARS section, the answer choices are going to follow one of these fundamental formats. And remember, as the questions get different from easies to hards to mediums, the relative amount of each of these different answer styles will change. For example, on easy questions, you might have a bunch of answer choices that are false and irrelevant. And on harder questions, you might have a bunch of answer choices that are true to the passage and they answer the question with strong evidence, and you have to determine which one has the strongest evidence. So let's assume that this is a generally easy medium level question and it has a pretty good distribution of AMC's different answer types. So the first one, false but irrelevant. This means that the answer choice was both false to the passage and irrelevant to the question being asked. These are the ones that are usually the easy eliminations. Anytime you see any answer choice that's false, pretty much you could eliminate it off the bat, because if it contradicts the passage, especially if it contradicts specific things that the passage said, it's automatically out of the running. That gets a little bit tougher when you get into more complicated answer styles. For example, B, it's true to the passage, but it's irrelevant to the question. And this part is very important because AMC loves to put answer choices that are true. They match up with the passage, they don't contradict anything, but for some reason, they just don't seem to answer the question fully. So while these are tricky, these are also a very good answer style to be familiar with because they are also a fairly easy elimination. Now, you start getting into a lot trickier territory when you deal with answer choices that are both true to the passage, which means they're valid, and they answer the question. But maybe it's not the best answer possible because remember, a lot of these CARS question stems are based off of best, most, least. They want you to determine what is the best among the answer choices given, and in that situation, there's never going to be one objectively correct answer. It gets even trickier when you have multiple of these true answer choices in a single question because, for example, D, this one is true to the passage and it answers the question with strong evidence. So while C and D are both technically correct answers, in this case, you're going to have to pick D as the best answer. Again, this is the fundamental principle of the four-column theory for MCAT CARS. If you're interested in this topic, you can check out our full sample lesson for this theory, which is located as part of our Module 0 strategy set. The thing is, although the vast majority of the questions in CARS are going to have some allocation of answer choice styles that are similar to this and in different numbers, you can always expect to get questions that don't really clearly fit this bill or have answer choices that have a different style. At the end of the day, the more tools that you have in your toolbox, the better of a chance you're going to have to decipher the questions as they prop up on test day. So we definitely hope this helps, and keep an eye on these different answer choice styles the next time you do a CARS section. Alright, that was a complicated lesson. If you still need help, check out our full-length blog post that we linked in the video description, explore more of our YouTube channel, or just head on over to mcatsavior.com where you can get all of our strategy courses for free.